Hi Steph.
Hi, are you okay?
Lovely to see you. Would you be able to introduce yourself and your venue, please?
Yeah, I'm Steph Gore and this is Virtuoso Golf.
Fantastic. So first of all, what was your vision for Virtuoso Golf?
When we started looking at the type of clientele that we wanted to attract, my background is I've been a PE teacher for 15 years, so I started to think about how we can get children involved and raising participation within the sport. And then I've worked in special education as well, so giving children opportunities and experiences that they've never had before, and if they would ever get anyway, where do they go, how do they get involved? And then as a family, my father works with veterans and my husband's obviously military background, so he works with the organisation Mind Mental Health, and then we thought, well, you know, it would be a good place for people to come and have a different focus. And again, looking at target groups, women in sport, how can we increase the participation and get more women involved and not feel intimidated at all being somewhere that's heavily with men. So that really made us think about making it inclusive for everybody. And also the fact of, if I was to go to a golf club, obviously to pick my son up or to pick my husband up, if I've not got the right clothes on or the right shoes on or footwear, do I feel a little bit intimidated about going to a golf club? Yes, I do. And it's a bit sad that really, because I feel like I can't have that experience that they're all having just due to the rules of a golf club. So we went the complete opposite way, and we don't want any of those type of rules. We want you to be able to feel comfortable in what you wear, who you are, and you know, that was one of our main thoughts in our process when thinking about who was going to be coming here.
Yeah, brilliant. I think one of the best things about obviously having an indoor venue like this is that, well, obviously it's yours, so you can kind of dictate the rules and things. But like you said, you know, a lot of golf courses tend to be a little bit old-fashioned or a bit kind of stringent with rules and things like that. Whereas you've got the opportunity here to create an environment for whoever you want, really.
Yeah, and that's, I think, in some ways where we got the slogan from when we said Virtuoso Golf, where golf is fun. And that's because when I'm not a golfer, yet when I went to your showroom, when Mike was having a meeting with Ollie, me and my dad just had a go. My dad isn't great at golf, you know, he knows more than I do, but the whole time we were just laughing and joking, and Mike said that was one of the biggest things he said, is looking over from his meeting thinking, well, you two are having fun and you're not golfers, so it just shows that experience can be fun and you can have a laugh and you can have a joke and it doesn't have to be serious.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
You know, we can think, yes, it's great for your avid golfer, your professionals, you've got all that technology that caters for all them, but at the same time we're catering for the people who have either never played before. Even some of my friends, when they came on Sunday, couldn't even hit a ball, no hand-eye coordination at all, but it was just full of laughter and being together in a group of people. It was a family as well, so it was nice to see that. So
fantastic. So how did you find the overall process from, you know, that initial day where you came down to the showroom, had a consultation, to everything as you see it now?
Yeah, I mean, Mike did all the background research. He was the first, probably I'd say 12 months of this, and then I come on board when it comes about, like you say, putting business plans together, writing things up, and then looking at where I can use my strengths to support the business. But from day one, from the opening here, from it being a warehouse, me collecting the keys with my daughter, to what we are now, you know, it's been a very busy process, but also nice as well, because all the people that we've met along the way that have helped us, all the people that have worked here, you know, the atmosphere they created while they were here made it, even if you're here 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, made it quite lighthearted. So, and to be fair, I was a little bit sad when they left.
Getting to know everyone.
Yeah.
What would you say that you're most pleased about with your venue?
The way it looks and the way when people are coming for the first time, I think they don't realise how big the warehouse is when they walk in, because they come in obviously through the corridor and it's like, oh, I didn't think it was going to be this big, which, you know, the look on their face and the reaction we're getting is great. And they always comment about how big the bays are. Now, obviously, Mike wanted to cater for left and right-handed golfers, which we can do on every bay, which is fantastic, you know. And I think just hopefully creating that real social atmosphere, which, you know, we've not been open very long, and that's already the feel that we're getting. People relax, people having a drink, something to eat, you know, having a laugh and a joke, and yeah, it's been really nice. And then meeting obviously new customers, and yeah, so it's been really pleasant.
Brilliant. Is there anything that you kind of found out along the way that you didn't really know about before? Obviously, you know, I know your background's PE, but maybe not golf. So is there anything that you kind of
I mean,
when
back in the day, I think must have been about 18 years ago, we were trialling the tri-golf all those years ago, for those people who can remember. It was going to primary schools and trying to introduce the tri-golf to try and get the numbers up. I still think we're a long way to go with that, with the schools, and that's like another thing that I will be hoping to tap into with the local schools, you know, see if we can get them down here in either lessons, GCSE lessons, or do some tournaments against other schools. But, you know, there's, lots of things sounds a bit strange, but it's a completely different shift about what I'm used to. So every day is different. So it could be one day I'm doing the VAT bills, which some people would hate that. I quite enjoy it, but then that's only because it's new, so it might get boring.
Novelty might wear off.
It might get tedious after a while. But, you know, just watching how it all comes together, and even when you see Merv and Jane measuring every tile to the millimetre, you know, the perfectionist, which, you know, is great, and that's what we want. But yeah, it's interesting to see how different people work.
Definitely. Is there any advice that you'd give to anyone else thinking of doing the same thing as you?
You've got to be brave, I think, you know, to come from what you know. I think me and Mike have had that conversation a lot, and he says I'm more scared about not doing it than I am about doing it. You know, at least you can say you've tried and you've had a go, and hopefully, you know, everyone's been encouraging, and it hopefully will be successful, and that'll be great. But I know a lot of people I've worked with for the last 10 years, all they've ever said is, what would you do if you weren't in teaching? And we're always thinking about what would be, because you always fear what's changed, different. You know, you stay with what you know, don't you? So this is a big change, and it's exciting, but I think you have got to be brave, and you've got to want to do it, and you've got to realise it is going to be long hours, hard work, but it's for yourself. So it's a bit different than obviously maybe working for somebody and, you know, having that thankless task sometimes when you're working for other people. So I like working with people, so I think customer face-to-face, I really enjoy that side of things. But yeah, I would encourage anyone, you know, if they want to go and do their own thing, definitely. But you've got to do your research as well, which is what we did, and made sure, you know, everything was ticked off, and we knew every avenue. And to be fair, everyone we spoke to was really, really supportive and give us the guidance and help and the support that we needed, which was fab.
Fantastic. Finally, would you recommend Golf Base to someone thinking of doing the same thing?
Absolutely. Like I said before, I was a little bit sad when they left, because when you're working with people day in, day out, you get used to seeing them, and Golf Base have been amazing. Merv's smile every day and his persona, I absolutely loved. So on the last day when he left, I had to give him a big hug, because I started to feel like he was one of the family. And Rob, lots of advice all the time, and we could say, what do you think about this? What would you do if it was your place? So he was always like thinking, always on his phone trying to find things out for us. And Ollie, Jane, you know, lovely woman. I think because they're a family business as well, and that's what we're going to be doing, it's like emulating what they're doing, but slightly different, but the same, isn't it? And getting that feel. So yeah, I would absolutely recommend Golf Base, because they've been fantastic. Couldn't recommend them enough.
Thank you very much. So yeah, thanks for taking the time to talk to us, and
Pleasure.
obviously wish you the best of luck.
Oh, thank you very much.